I'm Lexy, and I'm here with Kriss. We're from Team Harlequin. We're here with Tegan and Sara.
I listened in, yes I'm guilty of this, you should know this. I broke down and wrote you back before you had a chance to forget, forgotten. I am moving past this, giving notice. I have to go, yes I know the feeling, know you're leaving.
How are you guys going? We're going just fine. Yep. How are you going?
We're going good.
That is the weirdest thing. I mean, like, in terms of English, I'm not really sure that really works.
I know.
Yeah, but that's like
all the time.
when people ask you how you're doing and you say, I'm good, you can't be good, you can only do good.
I noticed that you guys have like really good interaction with your crowd, and you guys share a couple of stories, play a couple of games, that kind of stuff. I know the fans really enjoy that. Where did that come about? Is it just personality, or?
I think it's a way for us to, I was feeling very like last night, you want to connect and you want to have fun, but it's also a way to sort of like tell people how you want them to be interactive with you, and it's like a nicer way than being like, can you guys like really get into it and stuff? Like instead you're kind of like giving them reasons, and you're giving them examples of how you want them to behave. So like we're really big about like clapping over your head, like really getting into it, because a lot of people will just go like this, and just be like, or they're at the front and they just put their arms on the barricades around the stage and they don't clap, and you're like, they're in the front row, doesn't that qualify you as a super fan? Yeah. So I think people don't necessarily always, like we find we like the audience a lot, like when we're talking, because it really draws them in, and makes them responsible. It's like, yeah, no, we're talking to you. And I think that like a lot of the interaction we do with the audience is our way of saying like we are here. We're not just up on stage loaded and high on cocaine, you know, which we are to collect our money. We're not. We'll edit that out. But we're actually there to entertain and to connect. And like, when I look out in the audience, like every single night I see a sea of people that I would love to be friends with and get to know.
MySpace.
Yeah, that's true.
Facebook.
We like to be like in touch, like we like with a little small team of people run our MySpace page, but although I checked it last night and it's clear that no one has done anything on it. We I know. We really
actually, this small team of people is actually me and one other person. She's here right now. It's ridiculously expensive. We can't get online, and so the two of us are like both not keeping our MySpace page going, and it's like a small factory, that page. It's like thousands and bazillions of comments of people being like, hi, lol, happy day, add. So, yeah, no, we like to be in as much touch as possible with people.
Tell us a bit about the process of the con.
We live in different cities. Tegan lives in Vancouver and I live in Montreal. And we both have like little home studios, and then we like wrote songs, and we record the songs and add, you know, guitars and keyboards and vocals, and Tegan sometimes even adds drums and bass and stuff. And then we send the songs to one another, and then we'll, like, if Tegan sends me a song, I'll generally import it into my program, and I'll like play guitars over it, or I'll sing vocals over top of it. And then usually she'll do the same with me, less often because I put way more tracks down, and she's like, I can't put anything on here, and so then usually they're just done.
Do not sound like that. And that's what it sounds like to me in my ear. But so anyway, so that's what we did for about 7 or 8 months, and then we decided that we wanted to work with Christopher Wallach from Death Cab for Cutie. I hung out with him. I gave him the songs. Gave him about 17 songs, and so we split the songs into like the A list and the B list, and then there was the C list. And a lot of Sarah's songs were on the C list. It's true, yeah. Anyways, but no, it was all my songs. It was Tegan's songs, because she writes a lot more songs, so there was a lot more extraneous sort of stuff. But anyways, so then we listened to the demos, and we decided that we were gonna like take the demos and make them into the album. Like we were gonna like sequence them, you know. So that's how we came up with the sequencing for the album. And then when we went into the studio, we actually recorded linear like that. Like we started with I Was Married, then the next day we did Relief Next to Me, and then we went like that. And the great thing that Kriss, what I loved, and I was so glad that he did this and forced us to do this, when we would start a song, like I Was Married, we would listen to all the individual tracks from the demos and decide if there was any of those tracks that we wanted to actually keep for the album.
So you guys did some work on Triple J. How did that come about?
Honestly, like we just, I mean, when we put out when we gave the record over to the label, like when we finished it, and we were like, here it is, have a listen, let us know. When we we finally found our new home, it was with Sire, and you know, it's a legendary record label, imprint on Warner. You know, and then we put the record in the hands of like a few press people, and somehow got it on the internet. Con got out, and Triple J added it without having any of us knowing. Oh. And then we got an email from someone in Australia who was like, just so you know, you got added in heavy rotation on Triple J. And so that, yeah, we did an interview with them, and everybody's always been really great to us at Triple J. So.
Are you guys thinking of releasing a new DVD?
Yeah.
I think that probably by the end of this record we'll have accumulated enough footage to do something like that for sure.
I mean, we have someone right now in a small factory with no air conditioning. A sweat factory. We started up Tegan and Sara sweatshop as really awesome. Now, a friend of mine from Montreal is actually editing together all the Forest phone conversations. So, like in their entirety. In their entirety, rather than just those little snippets, she's actually taking the 25 calls that we did over that you know, month and a half. I mean, we're never. We were just joking because It's Not Fun, Don't Do It, which is our DVD from So Jealous, If It Was You era. Went gold in Canada, which is like, I think, what is it, 5,000 copies, and we were hysterically laughing because we've never had a gold record anywhere. But our first thing is a gold DVD, which is not that many, but when you actually look at sales figures and stuff, that's actually pretty good for music DVDs. I'm like so stoked to have this like DVD, It's Not Fun, Don't Do It, which was like a big joke about Sara being an asthmatic, lazy, out of shape,
not lazy or out of shape
edition.
A lot of people have it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying you're an asthmatic in addition to being lazy and out of shape. So, and
you've insulted a lot of people.
Do you guys have any?
You're distracted.
Do you guys have any last words for your fans?
Yeah.
Hello,
Famous
fans.
last words.
Hello, friends.
that's it. That's all we have. We're
Socially awkward. We rely on our friends to entertain us. So do something.
Do something.
On MySpace.
Yeah,
exactly.
MySpace. Get on it.
We have a porn page. Hurry, hurry, hurry on MySpace.
Great. So if you haven't heard the Con, go out, buy it, listen to it, go crazy.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
I took the train back to where I came from. I took it all